Hello, clients, subscribers, friends. Today's interview is going to be really important. I want you all to sit down with a paper and a pen, write down all the notes. I'm going to introduce you to an insurance agent who is the best, as per my not one, but many clients who has given excellent rate in the company insurance to them. So let me introduce you, Miss America Gonzalez. Easy enough to remember her name, America Gonzalez. And she has worked in the insurance agency with different companies or not, we'll ask her, but for many years. So Miss America, hi, thank you for joining us. And we are really excited to start this interview with some tough and some educational questions. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Thank you so much for having me.
Great, great. So just let's do this. Let's share that what is it that brings people the best rate, but why are you able to do it? And what's your experience in this industry?
Well, a lot of times people don't understand home insurance to start off with. My job is to try to educate the client, give them the best options. I want to give them options so that they can understand, and until they understand, to make sure that I'm covering their home at 100%, and so that they can have peace of mind while I'm covering their home. There's a lot of factors that we can work on to get them the best rate in terms of if we can go through a carrier that can use their insurance score, or do we need to go through a carrier that's not going to weigh so heavy on them on their insurance score.
Great. So, how long you been working in this industry? Can you remind me again?
22 years. I've been in
Oh
this
my God,
industry.
that is long, long. What? You were a baby. Oh my God, you look so young to be working in this industry for 22 years. So you have seen through thick and thin. I would say the insurance prices have increased almost to 60% now in some cases in Texas, and it really hurts people because I'm a realtor. When I'm selling a home, I have to make sure that I factor that in, or my client can get disqualified at the end if their debt to income ratio is very tight. But can you tell us what has caused this increase in your experience? And then I will ask you another interesting question. What are your solutions for that? So first, let's talk about why are we here at 60% higher insurance rate?
Okay, so the first answer that I always give is the cost of construction, the cost of materials, the cost of labor has definitely increased over time, and that has definitely impacted. A lot of people talk about the health insurance, but it also has impacted, insurance, overall property insurance at this point. That's one of the biggest things that has affected our rate, in terms of when there is a claim after a natural disaster and there's not enough supply, it'll cause that demand. And those rates for certain things for construction will definitely increase. And one way or another, the insurance company will find a way to get their money back.
Okay, good, good. Thank you so much. So, are there anything people can do, especially being region special? When I'm talking about Texas is prone to get hurricanes, tornadoes, things like that. So it can have a flood effect or the roof effect, correct? Hurricane is going to damage, the hail is going to damage your roof, and excessive water can become flood, and then it can come inside their home. So what does home insurance cover in this case, so that my subscribers know clearly in their head that this is covered with home insurance and this is not?
Right. Well, we can't control, right, Mother Nature. Mother Nature is Mother Nature, and insurance is supposed to provide you that security that in case of a total loss were to happen, that you'll be able to rebuild afterwards.
Okay.
So there's not, when in terms of Mother Nature, we can't control her, but what we can do is assess the damages. After a strong storm, I recommend calling a roofer first to take a look at the roof, see if there's any missing shingles, any discoloration, any granular loss after a hail event. I recommend having an expert that they trust go out there and look at that roof before they turn in the claim. The reason I say this is because if the damages do not surpass the deductible and you turn in a claim, then that claim is just going to stay on your claims history. Even though they didn't pay you anything, even though you didn't get a dime, it's going to sit on your claims history for your home, for you, the owner, and that can impact your rate. So I always recommend when something like this happens, in case even a fire, a kitchen fire, so it was a small kitchen fire in the oven, replace the oven. if
Oh
it
my God.
doesn't, if it doesn't pass your deductible, don't claim it. Always, always look at your home insurance policy so that this doesn't, so nobody can hold that against you. That you know what's on your policy and what's not. That's definitely my number one rule when my clients call and they want to know what's covered. I always ask them, what is our concern? Because normally they call me after there's been either the washer blew up and water's all over their washroom and they have to replace the baseboards, or they'll call me after their child burnt in the oven. Like they
Yeah.
want to know what's covered, and those things are definitely covered on a homeowner's policy, but only after they have reached their deductible. The deductible is my client's portion of the claim.
You brought an interesting point. So, major takeaway for everybody is before you make a claim, see your deductible, which you have chosen, and we'll go there in the next question. And if it is lesser than the deductible, do not put a claim. Because if you put a claim, of course, you're not going to get a dime from insurance agents because it's your deductible, which you have to fulfill first before they give you claim money. So do not put that claim history. Even the incidents are going against your file. So when you renew, it's going to come up. And then even if you go to any other company, it's still going to pull up because I was told that it's on property. So anybody who pulls up that property, it's going to pop up all the claims, etc. Excellent. Now let me ask you this: what are the different kind of policies, home insurance policies? Let's talk about that because I hear buzzword, oh, last year you had this, you didn't have this, you didn't have enough, and I don't understand. So can you make me understand what are all those abbreviation they use, HO2 or something, something?
Excellent. So that's a good one to start with. An HO2 policy is a homeowner's policy. It is a basic policy. HO2 policy is a basic policy covering basic form, whether it be a fire, somebody rents their vehicle into your home, whether it be somebody that wind, hail, hurricane. Those are basic parts of a homeowner's policy that are included in the HO2.
What
Just
is
the
the
most
new?
basic,
Is there like you're making it sound as if there is more to it than just being fire or whatever
like
inside the house? So what are you saying which is not covered in that basic? So that way we understand better.
what's not covered on a basic policy would be water backup. Water backup is when dirty water comes back through the plumbing and into your home through sinks and toilets. That
Okay.
dirty sewage water not only leave a terrible smell, but it can also damage the inside of your new bathroom or new kitchen, or that you have to
Oh
replace
my
that.
God, those smells are, I know they're horrible. I used to help in 2017 during Hurricane Harvey, and those homes had that musky smell. They did not get the sewer water or anything, but man, it was just bad that you didn't want to stay inside for more than 10 minutes. Okay, so that's great. So, what is the takeaway from there is if you keep up with your basic maintenance on electrical, plumbing, your filtration system, etc., you will benefit yourself and it will not be excluded if a major catastrophe or major damage happens, right? So, but if I want to include all these unforeseen, unthought about maintenance, there are a lot of people I sell homes who, even if we tell them you should do this, plus every quarterly they get an email from me to do a winter cleanup, summer, spring cleanup. They don't do it. They don't have time. Not that they don't want to do it. They can't do it because they don't have enough time. So what is the other policy will you recommend them?
I recommend a comprehensive policy.
Oh, okay.
I always give my clients options. My biggest one is giving them 100% replacement cost comprehensive policy.
Wow.
It's important to me because honestly, for 23 years, I have never heard of somebody saying, you know what, I'm glad you sent me that home insurance policy. I read all of it. It doesn't happen.
No, no, you
And
don't
they
read the
come to
fine
me.
prints. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And they come to me and they expect me to know that policy for them. They want me to know their own policy.
Wow.
But nobody wants to read it with me.
Yeah.
And
Or
I
even
always tell them,
when they get it, it's like, I'm guilty of that too. I leave all that to my husband and I don't know. I will check with him now whether does he know all the fine prints or not, because a lot of us are so busy in our lives, that we just kind of know and trust you guys to do the best for us. And sometimes there are surprises, not they were intentional, but you didn't know that I needed that extra layer of protection. And I didn't know that I'm supposed to do, once I occupy the home, lot more in maintenance, right? So that's the thing. So you think there is, okay, so the policies are basic policy, HO2, in the comprehensive policy. Is there anything in between or no?
there are some policies that give you that, like a basic element with additional coverages, like you can add on the water backup, like we were talking about. It doesn't come included. You can add on like water seepage
Okay,
in case like there's a leak behind the wall. You can add these things on to kind of a la carte make your policy either less expensive or a little bit closer to the comprehensive policy. You can definitely do that.
okay, great. So that's perfect. So there are three kinds. One is very a homeowner's basic policy. One is comprehensive, which is almost 100% covered, covers you bumper to bumper. And now the point is that they also have to choose the deductible. So I will just inform to save some time is what America told me was that the policy deductible runs from 1% to 5%. So you choose higher the deductible, less your premium will be. So even if you wanted a comprehensive and you can afford 5% deductible, sometime it will not hit you hard in insurance. I call that catastrophe insurance. And that's why sometimes I choose the highest deductible possible, because even if my whole house gets burned down and if I am insured for $500,000 dwelling policy, all I'm going to pay is $25,000. So always know what your basic need is, and this is very personal and family budget oriented items. So do that. What other discounts can we get besides knowing that you can do a multiple policy with one company? And at this point, I don't even know whether that amounts to any discount, but what are the other discount can people get? Because sometimes we don't know. And I asked my agent, can you tell me what are the other discounts available? And they're like, you tell me your situation. So now I've learned, oh, I'm 55 and above. So now I started mentioning it. Longest time I didn't. Okay. So can you tell us about that?
That's definitely a big factor because we tend to know that a lot of people that are older 55, they might be retired. So they might be at the house more and they'll be able to, they can take their time now a little bit. They're not
Yeah,
as in a
yeah,
hurry
yeah.
to leave the stove on or leave the hot iron on anymore. So we tend to give them discounts because they tend to be a little bit more responsible with
They've
their
gone through
time.
life, I think, and they know
Yes.
the repercussions, and usually it's more secured your house, keeping it with younger teenagers, college students versus mature people. So yes, I definitely agree with that. Is there anything else which can get them a discount? Roof or
Uh,
foundation if they've done it?
Most definitely. I'm big on the roof. I want them to, I always try to get my clients ready, even if I know they're buying an older home. If the roof is 14 years old, I always tell them, hey, keep a piggy bank ready because you might need a new roof once the roof turns 15 years old. If you want to keep your rates low, change that roof. It's not that I want you to change your roof. It's that insurance companies, they know when it's going to come around the corner for you to have to change the roof. So always having a roof less than, no, I know people are not going to change the roof every 2 years, but having a roof that's less than 2 years old is the biggest discount. But as long as the roof is under 15 years old, you're still qualified for some of our best rates that you
Right,
really do.
great.
So I
In
always
fact,
want,
I came to know that hard ways when insurance premiums started going up and I couldn't qualify somebody. I had to tell them, I had to tell seller to fix it in order for my buyer to bring down their cost. And we told seller that there is no choice. It's 17-year-old. Yes, it says it's a good roof. But the question is now this: whether buyer does not get qualified with that higher premium, seller, if he has fixed it, that claim against that property, of course it will be made, but then he'll be done because he's leaving that house. Now, new buyer is buying a house and they don't want roof. Everybody's scared of roof repair, just like foundation, as if there is a big, big, big lion in the house. Nobody wants to face them, right? So having a roof younger than 10 years, I feel, in my case, otherwise I start negotiating for my buyers when we are negotiating the contract price. Ask your realtor to do that. My advice to everybody, whoever is listening to this video, it's critical. The roof can cost you in 15, 20. My roof was replacement value, I think in 2017 we did. It came the cost at 25,000. Just imagine having $25,000 in my savings, or replace it with the lowest deductible or whatever. So plan your future like that. If you think there are some expenses coming in your way, keep low deductible. If you think your house is pretty good, it could be plumbing, it could be electrical, roof, foundation. Please, if you have done any upgrades, I know after Winter Uri, a lot of people changed their plumbing completely to the new codes to get more secure. Let your insurance company know, because that will help your premium going a little bit down. I don't know how much, and unless you talk to them and they plug in numbers, there is no way for anybody to know. So, America, I think that kind of gives us, the subscriber, me, a pretty clear picture as to why 60 and 70% rates have gone up in the premium, is because people are putting claims unnecessarily. Number two is natural catastrophe, act of God, and things happen like Winter Uri, which nobody knew, and it will happen in Texas, cold freeze, and hurricanes and tornadoes itself. So there are three big reasons against us, if you can think that way, right? Now, for us to defend ourselves and stay proactive, we need to make sure we do all the maintenance on time, so that way things don't break down crazy big. And always talk to your agent. Your agent is your friend. And if you talk to them before filing a claim, they will make you understand the good and the bad about it. And then you can make a decision. And I think that summarizes all. Thank you, Miss America, for giving us the insight. Can you give us your phone number and email? You can just say it right now, and I'll make sure my team will add it also in the comment section so everybody could have it.
Yes, most definitely. My name is America Gonzalez. I am with Priority Insurance Agents, and my email address is America, pretty easy, America at bestpriority.com. Email me whether you need a quote, have any questions. I can definitely help. You can call me at 832-955-1404, and I'll be there.
Thank you. And I'll tell you guys, I just have known America through her name quite a bit, but never ever got a chance to talk to her. Every time I've sent her a text or a phone message or anything, she replies the same day. So she is a hardworking person. She's looking out the best deal for you. That's what I get it from her when I interviewed her. And it's rare to find people like that who is not looking at their pocket and selling you a particular company's policy because they are getting benefit. So if you want a trustworthy person, call America. It's a great name. I love America anyway. It's my country. And I will never forget you, America, to
Thank you.
refer you for all the insurance need. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank